Hello, welcome back to Husky Hustle for the 24-25 season, where we give the rundown of Uconn sports in just a few minutes. I'm Justin Perez.
And I'm Carson Eagen. And the timer starts now.
To begin with football, Uconn played Duke on the 14th and came in at a 17-point underdog. They showed they are here to compete, even with the tough loss to Duke 26-21. This past weekend on 21st, the Huskies bounced back. Uconn played FAU at home as a 1-point favorite, but the Huskies showed up and dominated FAU in all aspects of the game.
Quarterback Nick Evers has been balling out this season. For those of you who don't know, Evers came out of high school with 44 passing touchdowns and 18 rushing touchdowns over just 2 seasons. Evers has contributed tremendously to this offense with his dual threat ability, racking up 2 touchdowns against FAU. Originally, there were some doubts about Evers in the Huskies football team after the loss to Maryland, but they've bounced back tremendously.
Some important key stats. The Uconn defense in the last 3 games has only allowed 57 points. And the running game for the Huskies must be talked about. Mel Brown, Cam Edwards, and Darrell Robinson are holding the lead of this backfield, rushing for over 150 yards apiece, Mel Brown and Darrell Robinson, and having a total of 421 rushing yards to break the record in FBS program history. The Huskies are looking impressive. Now we're going to bounce over to field hockey. In field hockey, the Huskies are on a 5-game winning streak to open up the season, and their record is currently 7-1. They have 2 top 15 wins, beating number 9 ranked Rutgers and number 13 ranked St. John's. They went from unranked to 14th after these few wins, but now the team is ranked 7 in the first RPI rankings of the season. Their only loss being a tough one to Harvard, and their most recent win was 3-2 against Yale.
The freshman stars are carrying the offensive load for the team. Jules Sawyer has 7 goals on the season and 2 goals in the loss against Harvard, and Sophia Perchek has 7 goals on the season and a hat trick in the win against Brown. Sophia also received Freshman Player of the Week for the Big East. And we can't forget about our defenders, Natalie McKenna, sophomore goalie, who has played the most minutes, and she has 34 saves on the season as she's playing tremendously well. She also was awarded with being placed on the weekly honor roll for her tremendous play.
Not to hop over to volleyball, our volleyball team is playing tremendous. They are 12-0, the best start in program history. They had a sold-out crowd versus UAlbany on the 14th. I've been to the arena personally, and the games get so loud. It's so energetic. It's such a great environment to be around. Fun fact, our new arena can hold double the amount it used to be able to hold. And I want to ask the question, why aren't we ranked being 12-0?
It's a tough question. I mean, I think we once we get a few more games under our belts, once we play our next game is against Marquette. I think once we get a couple more wins under our belt, I think we have to be an undeniably ranked volleyball team. And to jump into some specific stats, Emma Workmeister leads the offense with over 200 kills, which is just over 60 away from second most kills on the team, and McKenna Brand leads the defense with 154 digs. Let me say this, Justin. We are an all-sports school.
I agree. I mean, all our sports are playing well. We can even hop over to women's soccer now. They are 6-1-2, another team with the best start since 2016. We had the biggest crowd since 2004 versus Texas A&M on the 15th. In their game against St. John's on 22nd, UConn's women's soccer rallied back from 3 goals down to earn the 3-3 tie. I mean, 6-1-2 is just an impressive record. You can see all our sports are breaking records with all their impressive starts.
Yes, and in that 3-3 tie, Chioma Okafor netted a penalty kick to get the Huskies on the board in the 33rd minute of the first half. Okafor has a 60% shot on goal percentage and has 7 goals and 2 assists on the year. Lucy Capadona followed quickly after with a goal of her own to pull the Huskies within 1.
I mean, we could even go over to Naya Osio. She capped the scoring off with a game-tying goal in the 49th minute of the second half. And the Huskies' next matchup, they travel to Ohio on the 26th to take on Xavier in their next matchup. I mean, I'm looking forward to watch the women play for the rest of the season. I believe they're performing really well. I have to catch a game. I haven't caught a game yet. I don't know about you. But
I have. I've been to one. It was electric.
To now conclude the segment, we have men's soccer. Men's soccer comes in nationally ranked 25th. The first time in the top 25 in the last 5 years. This is really impressive. We come in today with an undefeated 6-0-2 record. Our most recent game ended in a tie, but we have been playing outstanding. Eli Conway and Sabri Haney have been standout players for the Huskies all season, each netting 4 goals apiece.
Conway also earned Big East Offensive Player of the Year this week, and the Huskies kicked off their 2-game homestand in a scoreless draw versus Fairfield on the 24th. Despite the draw, UConn had an 8-2 shots on goal advantage and a 7-1 corner kick advantage. Even though they were dominant, they were unable to find the back of the net and had to settle for the 0-0 draw. UConn will face off against a familiar Big East foe in Seton Hall on the 28th.
And with that, we want to thank you all for watching.